Matter and Energy in Ecosystems, Lesson 3.1, Carbon in the Global Ecosystem. Activity 2, Focusing on Carbon. Chapter 3 question, what happened to the carbon that used to be in the air, or abiotic matter, of the biodome? Carbon is an important part of the two ecosystem processes we've studied so far, photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Chapter 1 was about the process of creating energy storage molecules, which contain carbon. Chapter 2 was about the process of cellular respiration, where carbon is given off. Remember the key concepts from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. These key concepts emphasize that carbon is an important part of both photosynthesis and cellular respiration. 1. Carbon is a part of carbon dioxide, which is abiotic matter. Carbon is also part of energy storage molecules, which are biotic matter, from Lesson 1.4. Number 2. During the process of photosynthesis, producers make energy storage molecules using carbon from carbon dioxide and energy from sunlight. This moves carbon from abiotic to biotic matter, also from Lesson 1.4. If one part of a system changes, this affects the rest of the system, from Lesson 1.5. When there is more carbon in the form of carbon dioxide in abiotic matter, more carbon is available to producers for making energy storage molecules, from Lesson 1.6. When there's less carbon in the form of carbon dioxide in abiotic matter, less carbon is available to producers for making energy storage molecules, from Lesson 1.6. When there is more sunlight, producers can make more energy storage molecules from the carbon in carbon dioxide, also from Lesson 1.6. When there's less sunlight, producers cannot make as many energy storage molecules from carbon and carbon dioxide, from Lesson 1.6. And finally, as organisms release energy during cellular respiration, carbon dioxide is produced from the carbon in the energy storage molecules. This process moves carbon from biotic to abiotic matter, from Lesson 1.3. Remember, the amount of carbon in the biodome ecosystem decreased after the experiment began. Let's review what we learned. Remember that the amount of carbon in the air as carbon dioxide and in living things as energy storage molecules decreased after the biodome experiment began. The econauts need to know what went wrong to plan their next biodome. What do you think happened to the carbon in the biodome? Carbon is an essential part of energy storage molecules, which all organisms need to survive. The econauts need to know what happened to the carbon in the air to help them make their next biodome a success. End of activity.